Q School 2025 is done, and it has been dramatic. After 7 days of action, 3 days in the opening stage and 4 days in the final stage, this was the situation. We had our final between Canada's Jim Long and the Welshman Kelvin O'Keefe. This is what took place. Jim Long knew he was assured a tour card already. Kelvin O'Keefe, having not picked up any points, needed to win it outright. He needs to go all the way. And it was a stuttering start to this final. It was not great. However, there was something else riding on it, because Thomas Lovely knew that if Jim Long won the match, then Thomas Lovely would step up to the tour for the first time. And there he is. He was watching there, or trying to watch. He kept looking away because it was too nervous. If Kelvin O'Keefe won this match, Thomas Lovely would not be stepping up onto the tour. But this is what decided it. Jim Long went berserk towards the back end of the match, firing in 180s and 140s. He pins double four and records a 6-4 victory in a game that he was chasing and chasing and chasing for so much of it. Heartbreak for Kelvin O'Keefe, who very nearly pulled it out the bag at the last in his first ever PDC tournament. His first time at Q School, never played any other PDC stuff. Jim Long, a veteran, a man who has been around the game for so long, and look at the reaction from Thomas Lovely, the relief for that young man. In comes Alan Warren a little, former world #1, emperor of the PDPA, to congratulate him. His dad's just out of shot, Eddie as well, celebrating with him. But that was a stressful experience for Thomas Lovely. But it is one that sees him step up to the PDC Tour for the first time, alongside Jim Long, who, yes, he'd already known he'd won his card before the final, but he went out and made sure. Here is the gentleman. Jim Long, congratulations, tour card holder. You knew it before the final, but you've gone and got the job done.
Yeah, it was a tough final, knowing I already had it, and I lost a little bit of my urgency or just my drive, but I was glad to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, you certainly found it towards the end. You played some brilliant stuff. You've played some brilliant stuff over the last couple of days in particular. You must be very happy with how you've managed to play to win your card.
To be honest, my first 2 days, I played the same. I just didn't hit my doubles. I missed so many doubles in the first 2 days, and I was like distraught about it. And you know something, I came down here the last 2 days and I spent a full hour on double 20, double 10, double 5. A full hour both days. And they came through for me this last 2 days. So.
You have been around the dart scene for an awful long time, Jim. But this is
Jeepers, come on, just giving it away.
But okay, sometime. But for a first crack at Q School, this has gone very well.
It is. I already had my my plans for Challenge Tour on the weekend, and what we're going to do until we have to go home. And I already kind of had next year in Germany planned, because I have some euros at home that I wanted to spend, and so hopefully maybe I can make a Euro tour or something, because I have some euros I have to spend.
Absolutely. Well, look, I mean, you've recently retired from your job, haven't you? So now you're just sort of flying around the world, playing darts wherever the opportunity comes. Life is good when you're Jim Long.
It is. It is. Like, you could say I'm on a restricted income or whatever, but yeah, I've been retired since 2020, actually, right when COVID started, and I wanted to do Q School every year since then, and the guys playing the senior tour and Modus, and the great camaraderie I've had with all those guys and the great games. I would like to play those games, just a little longer format. So I was either going to be happy with the Pro Tour or Challenge Tour. I was very happy with either this time around.
Well, look, we've seen plenty of Canadians playing PDC over the years. Obviously, the great John Part, Jeff Smith's been a tour card holder for several years. Matt Campbell is on the tour, and others besides. I mean, you know from those guys what it is like, but it is a big old commitment for you guys, flying back and forth all the time to compete.
Every month. Was it February till October, I think. So, yeah. Matt's my doubles partner in Canada, so I'm pretty... honestly, the biggest thing I take from this is that him and I will play the World Cup together. Unless Dave Cameron got his tour card, I'm not sure.
He just missed out.
Did he just miss? Okay, so me and Matt are in. Obviously, I have a lot of planning to do for the upcoming year with CDC and getting to the Worlds and playing the Pro Tour. But like, I'm at the end of my rope. You said it. I've been doing it a long time. I'm 57 in May, and like, I don't know, is there anybody who's 57 coming to their first Q school? I don't know. And I just wanted to play it. I just wanted to experience it and do my best.
You don't look it, and you certainly don't play like an old-timer, Jim. Congratulations, you were superb this week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What a guy Jim Long is, and perhaps the only guy to use the term jeepers in the wild for about half a century. Extra kudos to him. This is how he got his tour card today. This is on Dart Connect, tv.dartconnect.com. And as you can see, there were some really good displays in there. 98 average in seeing off Andy Bolton, a man who did get his tour card. More on that in a moment. The Tom Sykes game is the one that I think was key. He was 4-2 down in that, got level, and then back-to-back 11 darters to win that match. Then he saw off Scott Campbell, despite Scott Campbell playing some excellent stuff. John Brown, he massacred John Brown in the semi-finals. And against Kelvin O'Keefe in that final, it was similar to the Tom Sykes game. He burst into life, 11 darter, missed the double for a 12, but took it out in the next visit, and then closed it out with an excellent leg in what turned out to be the decisive leg of the final and the day. It ended Kelvin O'Keefe's hopes of getting a tour card, but it confirmed that Jim Long is a tour card holder for the first time. Let's get rid of that, because that brought everything to an end for Q School 2025. Let's show you the standings, the final standings, the order of merit. As you can see, Bradley Brooks, who turned up every single day and won loads and loads of points, back-to-back finals in the first 2 days. He won 132 legs of darts. What a shift from Bam Bam to Storm to a tour card. Daryl Pilgrim, a first-time tour card winner. Greg Ritchie, the same. Adam Lipscombe, you're going to hear from him in a moment. An incredible story for Adam Lipscombe. Adam Paxton, Cam Crabtree, Adam Warner, a returning tour card holder, winning his card back straight away. Andy Bolton, X Factor, very much a veteran of PDC darts, and Thomas Lovely just squeezing in, meaning that Brandon Weaning, the Australian, Big John Henderson, the Highlander, and Thomas Sykes, who lost that tight one with Jim Long in the earlier rounds, they all miss out only on leg difference. Same for Aidan Kirk, the captain, who was looking pretty good after the first couple of days. But I mentioned Adam Lipscombe. He is a player, man from Portsmouth. He, in the first phase of Q School, did not think he had done enough. It was only Dave Pallett withdrawing and not playing the final stages that allowed Adam Lipscombe to come back and play here, and he has made the most of it. It's an astonishing story. We caught up with him after he went out in the semi-finals, but he knew that the job was done. Adam, congratulations. You are a PDC tour card holder. What a week it's been for you.
I can't even describe what's even gone on this week, and it's just mental, mate. Absolutely buzzing, yeah.
To be fair, you shouldn't even be here, really, should you? I mean, it's only Dave Pallett withdrawing from that first stage that sort of opened up that spot for you. And obviously, you put yourself in that position to be the next on the list, but you've really taken your chance.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Well, I woke up in the morning, I was 3 points plus 6. A lot of people staying in the hotel. I was like, I need to get 4 points. Went 4-2 up, lost 5-4. I thought, I'm done. Drove all the way back to Portsmouth, had a phone call, sat in my front room, come back tomorrow, you're coming back. I was like, golden ticket, and you got to take advantage of it. And then I have come here and done a balland.
Well, what's this been like this final day? Because it's nervy, isn't it? People are constantly checking their phones, looking at the numbers and the points and who needs what to happen. What was it like when you first saw that I've got a tour card here?
I say, mate, my phone's been on airplane mode all day. I came off the game against Cam, walked back. I see the missus start crying. I was like, oh my God, here I go. And she's like, you done it? I was like, I don't know. Mental. That's it. Be a good one on site tomorrow. I know that much. I've got to go back to work.
Well, let's say, what do you do? You're based in Portsmouth, right?
I'm a ground worker, yeah.
So what does this mean? Because there's a whole load of darts that has just opened up for you in terms of opportunities. You're going to have to juggle that with work or find ways around it. I know you've played a lot of modus stuff, so have you even thought about how this works?
I've been on my firm 13 years. My boss, he'd be buzzing. So I think he'd be like, do what you got to do, mate. He literally's like the best boss you can get. So he'd just say, crack on. So hopefully, and then that's it.
You've butted it up now, so he has to do that.
Yeah, he has to.
Congratulations, Adam.
Thank you, Dan.
There we go. Well, hopefully that's buttered the boss up enough to free up some time for Adam Lipscombe to make the most of his tour card. Congratulations to him. But what about EUQ School, I hear you ask, over in Kalkar in Germany? Well, I can tell you it is Mike Kivenhoven who won outright. This is how he did it. Dart Connect for over in the EU. We saw Pero Ljubic in the final, having beaten Maximilian Czerwinski. You look at some of the names. Ljubic got a card, Czerwinski got a card, Stefan Henderijk, whom he beat in the top 16, got a card, as well as Titus Karnik, the Pole, who he beat in round 2. And as you can see, there's some very decent displays there from Kuyvenhoven, averaging in the mid to high 90s repeatedly. Got away with a couple of performances, including that first round win against the German Dominik Nebe, but he didn't really need to average more than 80. Mike Kuyvenhoven returning to the tour. It's the third time that he's successfully come through Q School. It was all kind of sorted over in the EU. We'll get rid of that because I'm going to show you the order of merit in a moment. It was all kind of sorted early, sort of quarterfinals to the semi-final stages. We knew who the tour card holders were going to be. It was just a case of who went and won it on the day, and that was, of course, Kuyvenhoven. But these are the final standings. Remember, it's 12 tour cards they're playing for over there because there were more entrants to the Q School over in the EU in the first stage. It's still 128 once you get to the final stage, just like here. But Kordecker, a bit like Bradley Brooks, perhaps not quite as spectacularly, winning outright, so far clear of everybody else. Pero Ljubic, a first-time tour card holder. Karel Sedlacek, the Czech, played very well. A lot of people fancied him to get a tour card. He's backed that up. Victor Tingström was the outright winner on day one. He said more Swedes would join him. He was right. And it's Oskar Lukasiak, not Andreas Harrison, as many people expected to. You can see Harrison down in 18th position, missing out, along with the likes of Jeffrey de Zwaan. And a big shock, Jimmy Van Ski in 15th, made the final on day one, did not get any more points over the subsequent 3 days. But there are names you'll know there. Rusty Jake Rodriguez, Titus Karnik. Max Hopp is a massive one. The first German ever to win PDC titles. A legendary figure in German darts. The Maximizer is back on the tour. But there are other Germans like Leon Weber and particularly Maximilian Czerwinski, whom we don't know a great deal about. And to be honest, Maximilian, not the Maximizer, was not expecting to get a tour card, but he's got one, and he spoke to our man over in Kalkar, Jacques Neulaar.
We have another tour card winner, and again, it's a German tour card winner, Maximilian Czerwinski. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a big surprise for us that you won a tour card. Isn't it a surprise for you?
To be honest, it's a surprise for me as well. It's my first Q School, and yeah, I didn't come here with any expectations, and I already plan to play the next gen and the challenge tour, and I already booked some stuff, and so yes, for me it is a big surprise as well.
So the natural question for us is, where do you come from?
Germany. No,
Tell us more.
I'm coming from Dortmund, and I started playing steel darts 2022, I think.
Okay.
And I played e-darts before, and yeah, I started practicing hard when I started to play steel dart, and I'm really happy that it paid off, and I got the chance to get a tour card to play on the Pro Tour.
Yes. So now you're a professional dart player from now on. From tomorrow on, you're a professional dart player.
Yeah, that's, to be honest, I can't really
grab it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really happy to play on the tour. I hope my level will improve. I think what I showed on the Q School was not my AA game, and
like I said to all the other guys that win the tour, but you have 2 years to prove yourself. Good luck.
Thank you
very much.
Fantastic stuff. Just one of the many stories we've seen develop over the course of 2025 Q School in the Professional Darts Corporation, which has now come to a close. 29 tour cards dished out in total to players from a dozen different countries. And while there are those returning faces we know, 20 of those 29 are brand new tour card holders. But of the 9 that are returning to the elite level of professional darts, one of them is the legendary Max Hopp, a massive thing for German darts. They don't have to wait very long until they're thrown into action either. The Pro Tour will start in February, so the 10th and 11th of February with the start of the Players' Championship events. Then we'll be into the Euro Tours as well. But the very first thing on their calendar will be here, MK Arena in Milton Keynes, because all the tour card holders, as well as a few more besides from the subsidiary tours, will have a chance to qualify for the Masters. It is the first big big TV ranking event. It's ranking nowadays to take place in 2025. You'll see all the biggest names in the world and a real mix of others besides. But the next action that you get to watch is the World Series. That kicks off in a few days' time. It'll be Bahrain and then Den Bosch before the Masters. Congratulations to all our new tour card holders and the ones coming back. And thank you very much for following along. Q School 2025 is done.